Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Laurie Lynnsee Podcast. I'm Laurie Lynnsee, and I'm so grateful you have joined me. Today, we're exploring something that lights me up every single time I teach it: the languages of spirit. Spirit doesn't always speak in full sentences or dramatic signs. More often, guidance arrives through subtle senses that are already built into you. We call them the clairs, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentient. Over the next few minutes, I will share how each of these intuitive channels work, how they might already be showing up in your everyday life, and a few simple practices you can try right away. So let's take a deep breath in and release, and let's discover how Spirit is already whispering, painting a picture, and stirring feelings inside of you. Let's start with a big truth. Every single person has the ability to sense spirit. These gifts aren't reserved for psychics or mediums. They are simply a soul's way of perceiving energy, our natural spiritual senses. Think of them as invisible threads connecting you to the universe or your higher power. Your job isn't to force these threads to tighten. It's to relax, listen, and allow the flow of energy to become familiar. The first station is clairvoyance, or clear seeing. This doesn't mean you're going to suddenly see spirit standing beside you. It's more like an inner movie screen, or a flash of light that catches your attention. You might notice quick symbols, colors, or mental images during meditation, or even while you're doing something ordinary in everyday life. Dreams can also become more vivid and strangely accurate. Sometimes it's as simple as an unexpected mental picture of a sunflower when you're thinking about a friend, and then later you discover they're planting a sunflower garden. Here's a personal story from my journey. During meditation one day, I suddenly saw a bright flash of light in my left eye, so quickly and unmistakably that I opened my eyes thinking something was in the room or something had changed, but everything around me was still. As I breathed into the experience, I felt a clear message settling into my heart. The veil for seeing is thinning. Spirit was letting me know that my clairvoyant vision was awakening, and that I would begin to perceive more of the spiritual world. A world that often feels more real than everyday scenery that we call normal. It's both startling and comforting, a gentle confirmation that my inner sight was expanding. Here's a tip you can try. Close your eyes and visualize something simple, like a glowing candle flame. Notice its color and texture. With practice, your inner sight sharpens, and Spirit can use that channel to send symbols and light codes. Next is clairaudience, or clear hearing. This sense allows you to receive guidance as sound, tones, or words. Sometimes it's a phrase that drops into your mind in your own voice. Other times, it's hearing a song lyric right when you need an answer. This happens to me often when I'm driving and listening to the radio, and out of nowhere, a line from a song floats into my mind. And Spirit tells me, you already know. It wasn't necessarily an outside sound, more like it carried a different vibration. I instantly feel peace and clarity. So here's a tip for you. Spend a few minutes each day in silence. Listen to the sounds around you, and then shift inward. Notice any tones, phrases, or energetic hums that arise. Spirit often whispers before it ever shouts. The third primary channel is clairsentient, or clear feeling. This is when your body becomes a spiritual antenna. You might feel tingling, chills, warmth, or sudden heaviness that doesn't seem to match. You may even sense another person's emotions as your own. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt tension, even though everyone was smiling? That's clairsentient at work. Your energy field is reading the unseen energy faster than your eyes can. For me, clairsentient often shows up as a gentle sensation in my body when spirit wants me to slow down and ground. It's like being tapped or getting a loving tap from my spirit guides. Breathe and be here. So here's a tip. Pause once a day for a body check-in. Ask, is this emotion mine or someone else's? That one question can bring enormous clarity and peace. Then we have claircognizant, or clear knowing. That's when you simply have truth dropping in. Sudden insight without logical explanation. You don't see it or hear it, you just know it. It feels like certainty flowing through your being. Maybe you have had moments when you knew who was calling before you pick up the phone. That happens to me all the time. Or you meet someone and instantly knew you could trust or not trust them. That's claircognizant. I like to describe it as Spirit's way of giving you a divine download. The information bypasses your mind and lands directly in your heart. So here's a tip you can try. When a flash of knowing comes, resist the urge to question it. Instead, say softly, "Thank you, Spirit. I receive it." Over time, you will learn the difference between true intuition, knowing, and just ordinary thoughts. Clairallegiance, or clear smelling, is one of the more subtle clairs, but it's powerful. It's when you suddenly smell something that has no physical source. It might be your grandmother's perfume. It might be fresh roses or tobacco or even candle smoke. For me, when I smell that fakey rose smell that often was in potpourri in the 80s, I instantly think of my grandma Alice. Or when I smell tobacco, I instantly know that my grandfather is with me, even though he never smoked while I was alive. These scents often act as calling cards from Spirit, gentle reminders that your loved ones and guides are near. For example, you're sitting in a meditation and suddenly smell lavender, even though there's no candle burning. Take it as a sign of presence, comfort, and divine connection. Here's a tip. When you notice a sudden scent, pause. Ask inwardly, who or what energy is with me now? Often you will feel a peaceful confirmation in your body. And finally, clairgustance, or clear tasting. Yes, tasting. I know that one surprises many people. It's when you experience a distinct taste in your mouth without eating or drinking anything. Spirit may use this sense to bring memories forward or to signal a loved one's energy. For example, you might taste chocolate cake while thinking of your mother who was always baking on your birthday. That's her gentle hello. Here's a tip to practice. When this happens, don't overanalyze it. Just smile and receive. Spirit speaks through every sense, even taste, to remind us that love transcends form. Most of us experience a blend of these sensations. You're not going to necessarily feel them individually. You might see a color, hear a phrase, and feel tingles, or simply know, all in the same sacred moment. Spirit speaks to you in the language you will notice more easily. Start a spirit sense journal. Each day write down any image, sound, feeling, taste, smell, or knowing that feels significant. Patterns will emerge, revealing your strongest channels. Over time, you will learn to trust your unique blend of perception. This week, choose one clair to explore more intentionally. Maybe practice quieting the mind to welcome claircognizant sight, or visualize color to strengthen clairvoyance. Spirit loves when we show up with curiosity, and it will always meet us halfway. Remember, there is no way, no wrong way to receive guidance. You're simply remembering a language your soul already speaks. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the language of spirit. As you move through this week, notice the images, sounds, sensations, scents, and sudden knowings that arrive. Spirit loves to play hide and seek in the details. If today's episode sparked something for you, I would love to hear about it. Share your experiences in the comments. Until next time, may your inner senses awaken with love, light, and trust. Remember, Spirit is always speaking. All you need to do is listen. Love and light.